Let's start with the premiere anime that arrives at Netflix in September. From mecha and adventures to stories of stories, and let's get started. We start talking about One Piece. Yes, last month simply did not premiere the season that was already scheduled, and suddenly disappeared the message of upcoming premiere everywhere. Netflix has not yet given information of what happened, but it is something that we have become accustomed to. The new batch of episodes that is expected to arrive in September is undoubtedly the long-awaited arc of Punk Hazard, the arc that lays the groundwork for the longest arc of the entire anime, Dressrosa, where we will see the confrontation of the Mugiwaras against Don Flamingo. Stay tuned for a future update here on the channel. We start with the title of the acclaimed Makoto Shinkai. It is one of his magical films entitled 5 centimeters per second. Akari Shinohara and Takaki Tono's lives were separated on the same day they finished elementary school. Despite special feelings and attempts to keep in touch, inexorable passage of time separates them each time until they lose all contact. Still, Takaki cannot get the thought of reuniting with her out of his mind, which prevents him from interacting successfully with the world and the people around him. Much of the plot takes place inside a train, and that's where we'll see different points of view of the story, full of drama, romance, and impeccable animation as only Makoto Shinkai and the Comics Wave studio know how to do. The movie has a running time of 63 minutes and was released in theaters in 2007. It is very likely to arrive on the platform, both in the original language and with its respective dubbing from September 1st. A big load of mecha arrive in September to Netflix with the arrival of new works of the Gundam universe. To be specific, there will be 3 and they will arrive on the same day according to the release schedule, but I will introduce you to the first of them, and we do it with Gundam Seed. This anime has a season of 50 episodes broadcasted between 2002 and 2003. In a future where humanity has split into 2 factions, a conflict breaks out between Earthborn humans and those who have been genetically enhanced to thrive in giant space colonies. In this melting pot of tensions and technological advances, the battles are fought with mobile suits, colossal humanoid war machines that symbolize the power and desperation of both sides. The anime arrives from September 1st. So far, I only understand that it arrives in original language, with subtitles and perhaps with English dubbing, but I don't know if it will arrive with Latin dubbing. Now let's move on to the anime Gundam Seed Destiny. We can say that it is the direct continuation of Gundam Seed. The story continues in a direct way, keeping almost all the cast and production team of the previous season. The anime was released between 2004 to 2005 and also has a total of 50 episodes, although it also has a feature film that serves as an alternative ending to the events of the original series with a duration of 45 minutes. I don't know if Netflix will add this feature-length film in the near future. Gundam Seed Destiny arrives on Netflix on September 1st. Continuing with the Gundam movement, I present to you the latest on the list for the month of September, the feature film titled Gundam Seed Freedom. This feature film has been released 20 years after the release of the Gundam Seed Destiny season and continues with events years after the closing of the original story. This film is the most recent 2024 movie to hit Netflix screens, where Kira and his comrades intervene in several regional battles. Then, a newly created nation called Foundation proposes to conduct a joint operation against a bastion of the Blue Cosmos. It is very likely that this feature film will arrive in the original language and with dubbing for the different regions. This 124-minute film arrives on September 1st. So we get a complete set of the same story in 100 episodes and a movie that serves as continuity. If you are a fan of mechas, it is time to do a mega marathon for this animated series that has been so critically acclaimed. We go now with a feature film that mixes drama and music in a magical work full of nuances that will make you fall in love. This is Blue Giant's feature film. Miyamoto Dai, a student with a passion for basketball, experiences a radical change in his life after witnessing a live jazz session. From that moment on, he decides to give up everything and dedicate himself entirely to the saxophone, despite having no natural talent, no previous training, and no clear idea of the effort it will require. However, his obsession drives him to practice tirelessly, facing each challenge with the same intensity with which he used to face the court. This is an emotional feature film, which, in addition to a beautiful soundtrack, perfectly reflects what it is like to be young and have a dream. The reason this film is called Blue Giant is because in jazz, when a performance transcends the boundaries of what is considered good and becomes extraordinary, it is called making a blue giant. This film is exactly that, a blue giant. It has no shortage of moments of drama and moments of comedy. It's a perfect combination. The film arrives in original language and dubbed versions on September 1st. The following animated titles are not produced in Japan, but have been inspired by Japanese production and creative teams made up of Japanese people. A new update on Netflix's anime releases for the month of September brings the arrival of the only Ghibli movie that was not previously in its catalog, It's Grave of the Fireflies, which tells the story of the aftermath of the first atomic bomb dropped on Japan, leading to the end of World War II. This had been the only one of Ghibli's 21 major films not distributed worldwide by Walt Disney Company, but by another production house. However, the film's addition to the streaming platform has finally become a reality, and it's set to bring tears to many viewers. Its release is scheduled for September 16th. And to finish this video, we do it with an animated production of Norse Gods, which promises to be full of lots of action and gore. The animated series is called The Twilight of the Gods. It is a Netflix production with director Zack Snyder. The story takes place in a small Viking village. A king and his queen are about to get married, but their wedding takes a dark turn when Sigrid, the bride and descendant of giants, is forced to embark on a fierce mission of revenge. The series has a very particular style and a lot of color. The series arrives on the platform from September 19th in original language, as with their respective dubbing. We reached the end of the video. Remember that Netflix can change to convenience the titles I have mentioned here without notice, as well as the addition of new titles without notice. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Greetings to our Patreoners that you see right now on screen. See you in a future video.